Hello to all Ghana loving Ghanaians from all around the world. Welcome to Not Siege, Ghana, where it's all about patriotism and views reflecting country and people. Captain Smart, yes, Captain Smart has come to the news again, and this time round, there were captions of the whereabouts of Captain Smart. Some of the captions: watch the state of Captain Smart as found in police cells. Another one goes, Captain Smart finally found at Greater Estate Police Station. Another one, autocratic, despotic Akufo-Addo regime refused to release Captain Smart, and that is a statement claimed to be made by Sami Jemfi. Another one says, Captain Smart detained by national security for court grants after court grants him bail. After court has granted him bail, the national security has detained him. Bear that in mind. Another one says, missing Captain Smart found. And this guy is a journalist, a radio presenter in a country where there is freedom of expression. And if prior to now, when he was earlier detained or quickly picked up by the security agencies, it was with the fact that they said he has made a statement that is security threat. What did he say? I support uprising. He didn't say, let's start uprising. He said, I support uprising, expressing what he supports. It's arguable, it's debatable. How? But he was picked up quickly. My concern is this. There's a whole lot of repugnant behaviors by our political leaders, from MPs to public servants, statements made in the open. That should actually get the security agencies on their double to address those matters. But when these individuals make these statements, even threats, on television, on radio, challenging Ghanaians and others, where is the security agencies? I thought the security agencies are to work in the interest of country and people. But for a while now, some of the things that come out into the light, into the public, into the news, seems to suggest to me that the security agencies are being weaponized against Ghanaians. The people they are to protect against both politicians, the government, and any international threats. But for a while now, it's either security agencies are molesting a Ghanaian or are quick to pick somebody up when there's an allegation made. Now, let's assume that Captain Smart has done something wrong with respect to his statement made. He has violated provisions within the Constitution or any of the law. The Constitution is clear. Every Ghanaian is entitled to a fair trial. Process him for court. Don't pick him up and put him behind cells. Release him on bail and put him back again, even when it is alleged that the courts have granted him bail. Does it mean that the courts don't play any part in our democracies anymore? Because if it is true that the courts have granted him bail, yet the security agencies, for whatever, by whosoever's instructions has gone to pick him up and lock him up, that he has to be looked for and found in a cell somewhere, then we should begin to get concerned in the country where we live. We have to. Because our democracy promises us freedom of association, of choice, freedom of speech. So long as we are not violating any provisions within the Constitution. But if I say something that violates the provisions, the same Constitution mandates what should be done. At the end of the day, it's an allegation. Let the legal institutions, personnel, the courts, process him. I see this behavior. What is going on with Captain Smart, and based on other things that I've heard, it seems like our government is trying to intimidate us into a place of fear where we don't question them. Then what is it that we are practicing? Is that democracy? Is it a dictatorship? I thought to ask, because if the courts have granted Captain Smart bail, why should the security agencies pick him up and lock him up, that they have to look for him and find him in the cells when he didn't do anything further apart from what he said previously? And what he said previously, if it is worthy of a violation, then let the Constitution be upheld for him. Fair trial. Try him. And let the court determine whether he had violated, and whatever the punishment be, so be it. But to be taking him through this torture, this intimidation and harassment, I see it more or less like he's been used as a scapegoat to prevent the media houses, to prevent the journalists from saying things that may challenge or making critical comments about the sitting government. It's unacceptable. We are in a country practicing democracy, which according to the forefathers of democracy, where it came from, that is given to us, we have accepted it by means of referendum. It says it's a government of the people, for the people, by the people. It's either he has done something wrong or he hasn't. But you can't continuously be arresting him, lock him up, release him. This is torture. Psychological torture. And to me, he's been used as a scapegoat to deter other journalists that may have a critical views, disposition about the government. There are worse things said, even dangerous, to destabilize the country by politicians, by MPs, especially during this e-levy debate. Statements that are daring, statements that are challenging Ghanaian, statements that actually cause uprising. Not Captain Smart sitting on radio to say, I support uprising. Our security agencies need to be circumspect about the provisions of Constitution and to work in the interest of country and people and stop allowing themselves to be weaponized by the sitting government to violate the rights of Ghanaians, their constitutional rights. And that brings me to mind again what Professor Kwesianim said. The reason why there is military actions gaining traction within the sub-region is that politicians are not adhering to the provisions within the Constitution. They are violating the provisions of constitutions, the instruments of governance. If Captain Smart has done something wrong, prosecute him. Take him to court. Stop taking him through psychological torture. Arrest him, release him, court bails him. You say no, you put him behind bars. It's unacceptable. It's not democratic. And if this is what Ghana is becoming, we all have to be concerned. This is not partisan. It could be you, it could be me, it could be anyone else. And actually, I am tempted to think that yes, that's how people feel, because I have heard comments of people even careful to even say something. That is how bad it is getting in Ghana. And it's unacceptable. That is not the Ghana we know. That is not a mother Ghana that is practicing democracy since the Fourth Republic. But for a while now, there's been a lot of questions. The security agencies should understand they represent the people. They are to work in the interest of the people. They are to defend the people, protect the people. In the absence of that, we are setting our country up for what we don't want. And it's not because somebody is on radio saying, I support uprising. It takes the behavior. All the countries that has experienced uprising or military actions, it is not a journalist on radio saying anything. It is the behavior of the democratically elected leaderships that has called for it. From Guinea to Burkina Faso, Mali, Côte d'Ivoire, the list continues. Let Ghana learn and learn right. We don't want to go back to where we came from. Till I come your way, God bless Mother Ghana and give Captain Smart a fair trial. If you think he has done something wrong, it is his constitutional right. Stop taking him through this psychological torture, which in effect is intimidation to keep him quiet. God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the Fourth Republic.